Have you seen the creepy stuff that the kids are doing with AI? On one hand, it's absolutely hilarious, and it's, on the other hand, scaring the hell out of me. So people are basically trying to break the ChatGPT image generation system by basically asking it to make a more and more intense version of an image. So here's an example. You've got a request to create a work-from-home coder and her dog, just looking sort of cozy and fluffy. And then over time, it gets more and more and more intense until it's reached the ultimate comfiness. And now this is like spreading like wildfire. People are doing this all with all different categories of things. So here's a group of McKinsey consultants trying to maximize shareholder value. No, they really, really, really want to maximize shareholder value. Now go further. No, even further. And okay, so these are funny, right? They really crack me up, but they also like are the perfect encapsulation of what is going on with this kind of with AI that, as I talked about in my book, The Loop, you know, vacuums up all of our most stereotypical stuff and regurgitates it back at us for entertainment and for profit. And so the idea that you know, maximizing shareholder value as an image that we can all kind of like recognize and laugh at is being picked up by this means that there's a lot of other terribly stereotypical stuff that is in the mind of this system because it's been floating through our society, and that it could kick back at us if we asked it the right way. I've interviewed the CEO of Midjourney, another AI image generation company, and he told me that basically 50% of the time they have to get involved, you know, that human judgment has to be involved about 50% of the time in terms of tweaking what the AI puts out when people ask for stuff, because the stuff is so horrifically stereotypical and misogynistic and just gross that they can't just let it go. And so, you know, this idea that somehow, I don't know, I had someone I worked with once upon a time used to talk about how the technology is trying to teach us something about ourselves, trying to tell us something about ourselves. In this case, it is really speaking loudly to us. And it's very funny to play around with that. But I think it should remind you that when this thing is making decisions about other stuff, right, when people are using systems like this to figure out who gets a job, who gets a loan, who gets bail, you know, these stereotypes are floating around in there in a way that making us laugh today, but could affect your future tomorrow.